Just a sensitive little thing, huh?
It's so big. Oh my gosh.
She's cool.
Yeah. She's like, I'm tired. Huh. I already talked to you. Huh, I already had a conversation with you. Woo woo. Oh no, you're awake. Woo. I pitch.
She's like, who's wooing at me?
That's what gets her. It's that high pitch, not the low. But when you go, if I know how to work it and all that, but
I know how to work it.
give me a break. No,
I
you don't.
do.
I don't even know.
I do.
You see it?
Yeah.
Your reflection in it?
Yeah.
So this will move out of the way a little bit.
Because when she's watching TV, or if there's TV on
Right, and you move it like this.
or like we could watch TV anywhere she wants like that.
You have to go to the
She could actually. It's like a regular computer, so.
Lola, when we're sitting next to Sophia, seriously? Well, she's close to us.
Yeah, this one's all hers.
Yeah, Sophia. Why? When we're closer, we can watch the movie.
Don't tell me to put that in.
I'm going to count in the name.
Do it.
I don't know.
I did it.
You got the hiccups?
What she said, whatever. I know that she said yes. Whatever.
See how much she's focusing.
Yes, looking away.
I know you're not looking at us, kiddo. Did I convince you it's not useful anymore? Because I miss this so much.
But that she's not looking
She's not.
because she's not watching her regular TV.
Oh, is that why you're used to your regular TV, huh?
Yep.
No, you're not used to your regular TV?
Ava.
Are you done with it? Do you want to choose a different one?
That was you.
No. Oh, we're doing Mickey? Okay.
Yay! Puppy dog pounds. She also likes puppy dog pounds. I forgot to add that.
Oh, we can add that in.
No, she does.
See what you're doing over, Sophia.
Sophia's choosing things that she likes. No. Cindy, can I tell you something? So I was saying
doesn't like
clothes,
puppy dog
and Ava heard me when you say Tuesday.
Well,
Did you see it?
this is all.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What are we going to choose? Do you want more videos? Tell me yes or no.
You two.
No, we can
Oh,
do
you're
it.
behind her.
Oh, you know right where they are, don't you?
Oh, wow.
Troll.
Are we going to Trolls again? Oh no, we're going back to Mickey.
Ava.
Hey! Congratulations, that was totally a good choice.
McDonald's. She's pointing at the character. Pointing at the character. Pointing at the character.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she is. Pointing at the character. She's pointing at the cards too. And the characters. Cindy was so good about this. Even when she also pointing at the characters.
Really?
And then other things.
Yeah, and then I'll come back maybe later this week or something, and we can figure
And
out.
then we can get more things.
Get more things, yeah. We got to figure out what she's into.
Yeah,
There we go.
Yeah.
There's some.
Okay.
Hi there, my name's Lucas Stuber, and I'm a speech-language pathologist here in beautiful, sunny, dark Portland, Oregon. My specialty area is in augmentative and alternative communication, especially in what we would call low-incidence disorders, so things that are just sort of genetically uncommon. This is for a young lady who has Rett syndrome, as well as a number of other comorbid diagnoses. And she's very small, she's very light, she has a very small wheelchair, and in the past it's been impossible to mount her eye gaze communication system to her chair, and it's been really hard to transport around. So they came to me and asked me if I could build something for them. The advantage of my building something for them is that typically it's relatively low cost out of pocket, and it's also unlocked, meaning that you can browse the internet, you can play games, you can do whatever you want. I can build an unlocked system for about $350 with just over-the-counter stuff. In this case, we're actually going to build a system for her that's $600.97 exactly, including the mount, the computer, the eye gaze bar itself, as well as 3-year warranties on everything, all of the hardware. We get the very, very top end of what I could build is probably $1,200 or $1,500, and that would enable her to control the lights in her house and transfer her monitor to her TV. But I think after a few more years, that might become appropriate. But so we're going to go step by step. Let me show you the hardware. The hardware as I test and assemble it here, and then tomorrow, right about 12 hours from now, I'm going to give it a try with her, film again, and we'll get an idea of what her first experience is like. So the first and most important part of this is finding a computer. So for our purposes, we went with the Microsoft Surface Pro 3. The only key thing that you need in any computer that you're going to use for an eye gaze application at this point is a USB 3.0 port. Most computers have that now, but don't make the mistake of getting USB 2.0 only, because none of the modern bars are going to work. They simply require too much voltage or too much power, more than USB 2.0 can provide. The Surface Pro 3 was also a really good choice because of price. At the time that we bought this, it was only $300. By the time you're watching this video, it might be less expensive, or there might be a less expensive alternative that's even more powerful. So the choice of eye tracking bar here might leave some people surprised. We actually went with the Tobii Eye Tracker 4C, which is something from their gaming department, not their assistive department. The reason why, well, there's a number of reasons. First of all, it's only $149 compared to much higher for other options from Tobii and other manufacturers. And at that price, it can be replaced relatively easily if it becomes to be, outmoded over time. The second piece is that for this student in particular, who has a lot of involuntary chorea or movement because of her Rett syndrome, one great feature of the 4C is that it detects when the head is completely oriented away from the screen, which reduces a lot of false positive. I've gotten a lot of situations where the corners of the screen will be activated simply because the tracking bar assumes that that's what a student is looking at or a client is looking at. This bar does a really good job of eliminating those sort of false positives, and it can still be used with the rest of the assistive technology, as I'll show you in a moment. So the last real question then was how to mount it to the chair. I was looking for as light as possible, so I started out with the Tri-One gooseneck stand here, which was definitely the lightest, but I also wanted to try this Arkan heavy duty wheelchair clamp mount. Just give them both a shot, see which one was going to work, and we did ultimately get our answer of what was going to be more effective given both the weight of the chair and the weight of the tablet. The last thing I'll say about the technology is just please open up the computer and do the updates before you go to the client's house. If you're an SLP, I've been in the situation where I'm just waiting. Just do it ahead of time. All right, so here we go. First, plugging the tracker into the USB, which is the first step. Then you want to go to Tobii's Get Started page and download the Eye Tracker core software. So, aha, there we are. And I'm just about right in the center. You can see the white dots are my eyes here. I'm going to go ahead and calibrate. So that was already pretty good in terms of calibration, but I am going to run through the process here. Right now it's just going to show us a couple of the dots calibrating. Actually there's 7 that it goes through. Ooh, it's going to give me a game to try. Yeah, look at that. Whoa. Perfectly calibrated. Wow. So this is all very neat, but it requires use of a keyboard or at least a switch. And we need to set this up so it's going to work with Dwell. So in order to do that, we have to add one more piece of software. So this is where I'm actually kind of cheating. I downloaded the Gaze Point software from Tobii, which is actually explicitly not designed for this bar. However, it works just fine, and if ever it stops working just fine, there's actually a lot of open source solutions out there that would fill that gap. Okay, now that I'm all squared away, I'm going to go start Gaze Point again. Seems like it's got me pretty good here. So I'm going to go ahead and start Gaze Point again and reopen Internet Explorer. This is a program called Cough Drop.
That's really cool.
So this is actually a student of mine. So I'm going to kind of explore a little bit here. Again, this is no hands. Let's go down to time. Sure, why not? Today. Okay. Feelings. What do we got in here? Mad. So this student is all voice banked. So one critical thing to remember here is that this is an unlocked device. So I can go. Is it predicting it yet? YouTube. And then I can just kind of explore. So this gives access to the whole internet. Not to mention all kinds of games that either are just for eye gaze users. Mixing 500 nail polishes, that seems very important. Why not? Let's go to the weather channel. Oof, no good. But as you can see, minutes of setup, all kinds of access, full access to the internet, full access to the OS, for a very low price and with minimal effort. So I'm going to go ahead and pause Gaze Point here and give a little trial of these different stands that we've got. Okay, so for this one we've got the Tri-One or Tri-One brand, and it's pretty cool. Look at this. This thing really telescopes pretty far. It's very light. Clamps on. I don't know if I would say super. Oh yeah, okay. So that's actually pretty sweet. So we could mount this to a chair very easily. This guy tightens up well. So this is great. But this bottom part here, this is where I need to affix the tracking bar. And so if that's in the way, that's a little problematic. Because this is too big to go up top like this. It's going to cover up the Windows bar access. So I'm confident I could find a way to make this work, but let's try the other one. All right, but this time it looks like we have a winner. Our buddies here came through for us. Nice ball bearing joints, nice strong hinge here, another ball bearing here. They're all tightened down, or else this thing could really swivel around. It's a little bit heavier than the other, but it accommodates not only the screen, but I can even get in there with the power adapter. So I think this is our winner. We just got to make sure that it's going to fit on the chair. So that's the next step. Let's give it a shot tomorrow.